Welcome to SWAT Studios, and we are live at Jonah. My name is Ceo of SWAT, and I am your host for today. Today, we have an important guest in our midst. He is an event planner. He organizes so many pageantries, and today we want to know more about him, his brand, and his personal life. Goes by the name Kojo SWAT. Please let's go for a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Welcome, guys. So let me introduce to you Kojo SWAT. Hi, Kojo SWAT. You're looking handsome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
I'm fine. Thank you. Thanks for honoring our invitation. Okay, so today we want to have a one-on-one chat with you concerning your personal life, about your shows. I've seen most of your shows on YouTube, your events you organize, and then this is the first time we're actually having this discussion. So we want to know more about you. The world wants to know who you are and your brand.
Okay, about myself. My name is Ado. Yes, my name is Ado. I'm a Kojo, and I'm from Somenya. Yeah, I'm from Somenya. And I think that's a summary of who I am.
Okay, so you were born in Accra.
Yeah, I was born in Accra.
Okay, so about your educational background, so what school did you attend? Your high school and then.
Okay, so I attended JHS at Agape School Complex. And then from Agape, I went to Yellow Cover Senior School. Also in my hometown, that's my hometown, so I attended school there. And then from there, I think I went to the media school as well, Express Media College. Yes, I think that's my education background.
Okay, so you went to a media college because you want to be an event planner, or?
So basically, growing up, I like this kind of entertainment and this media. Like I wanted to be in the media space. So I decided when I completed SHS, I decided to go into the media space. So a friend introduced me to the media school, and then I attended the media school for a year.
Why entertainment, if I may ask, and not any other thing?
Oh, that's what I think I can do in life, just to entertain people. And then that's why I was saying that from infancy, I think when I was growing up, even way back in JHS, I was part of the entertainment group and all this stuff, that culture, drama, like I was part of
So
it.
you used to act way back in.
Yeah, I used to act. That was JHS, but when I went to Big Boys, I was running from there. But still, I was part of the entertainment, the intercom. I was part of the intercom group back as well. So during that time, I was trying to build myself from there.
Okay, so how did the journey of Kojo SWAT event begin?
It's a very long story, but let me make it short. So I can't remember, after SHS, I have this group of friends. That we decided that we all like entertainment. My friends, we all like entertainment. So we decided to have a crew that will be going out to have fun and all these things. So we were one day sitting down, and then that idea came about, and we formed a crew. That time it was I think SWAT crew or something like that. Yeah. So along the line, we decided to start doing small programs and all this stuff, and it was going on well. So we did that for a year or something, and then after a year, some had to go back to school, others have to do other stuff, so we depleted. But then I also decided that I'm going to hold the brand and make it big. That's why I rebranded it, and during that period I was also in the media school.
Okay.
So I was learning photography, video and all this stuff. So I decided to use the name SWAT for my photography business. So I named it Official SWAT Studios. And that was my photography brand. So I was doing all those things for a while, and then during that process, when I was learning photography, I became so good to the extent that people were recommending me to event organizers and all these things. So I was working with one event organizer, I think level 3. It's a pub, but it's a mobile pub. So they go to festivals and all these things. So we were working, and I was learning more from that man. Once I was working with him, I was learning more. Because I also have that idea that I want to one day organize events, like big events and all this stuff. So I was learning from the man. So I learned from him, and I have friends too who were into pageantry and all those things. So I intentionally goes to them and tell them that I want to be a photographer for your pageant.
Okay.
So that was all the tricks that I was using. They didn't pay me though because I wasn't in for the money.
You wanted
I wanted to
yourself.
learn and build myself from there. So I think I learned from Jasper event.
Okay.
He organized pageantry and all these things. So I learned from him as well. I learned from Kofi Clinton. He also organized events. And then all of them, I was photographers for them. So along the line, I was learning to build up myself. So during that process, I was also planning. I was also working on my business certificates, like my license, to be able to do events and all those things. So when my license was ready, and then I decided to go solo and rebrand myself to SWAT events.
Okay, talking about the pageantries, why did you choose pageantries and not maybe videoing? Because I've seen most of your videos on YouTube. You have Miss Cell Ghana and so many others here. Why pageantry?
Why pageantry? Okay, I think when I was working with my friends, I mean those who were into pageantry, one thing that I learned was that we have a lot of young ladies out there who wants to embark on certain projects and all this stuff, but then they need something to ride on to get to that level. So I decided that okay, why don't I gather all these ladies, get their ideas, those who are good, and then I help them go through that project that they want to do. I give them that platform for them to ride on their project. So that was what came into my mind first, and the cash too as well.
The
It's
cash.
it's a business. So
Oh,
the cash to also influence me to get into that.
okay. So ever since you started with the pageantry, have you had any challenges?
The challenge is it's a lot. Working with the opposite sex.
Yeah.
That alone is a big challenge. Because along the line, to get to a time, maybe a contestant or someone wants to have a favor or something, and they'll be worrying you with all those things.
With all what things?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, we want to know.
So, as I said earlier on,
Yeah.
opposite sex. So, definitely the person will want to offer herself for you to have to get the favor she wants to. So that also became a challenge for me because I don't really want to venture into that. But then, so because of that reason, I even hired someone to be my PA so that the person will be taking care of all those, taking care of the ladies and all those things. I'll be just managing one side. That's why most people don't see me in the media, but they see my PA and other people because I don't really push myself. I don't really want to get closer to them so much. So I only work around it.
So your PA is a female.
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
so she's the one handling all those things. That's one of the challenges. And since I said it's a business too, sometimes the how you invest so much in it and then you don't get the return.
Yeah.
That's also a big challenge, because when you invest much into something that you don't get returns, sometimes it makes you feel like you should quit or something again. So And we don't also have sponsors. We have difficulties in getting sponsors as well. So like I'm using myself for example. All my pageants and all my events, I sponsor them myself. Everything I do them
Really?
myself. Yeah, I don't have to sponsor them.
But have you tried reaching out and getting
Oh.
sponsors?
Yeah, you try to reach out, but some of them are trying to be smart. Maybe I go to, I don't want to mention any brand here, but
Yeah.
maybe you go to a sponsor who produce drinks.
Okay.
He will tell you that he can't sponsor you with cash, but then he wants to sponsor you with drinks
Okay.
or products. I don't see that to be really encouraging because there's how many drinks or products are you going to give me?
You will
That
need
is
the
going to
cash to build, yes.
it's not going to the number of products you are giving me. It's not going to be equal to the promotion I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
Because during this pageantry and all these things, people view like we have people who go through our pages. We have the contestants have family members and all those things. So a lot of people get involved when it comes to that side. So if I don't get cash to support me to make the event big, they want to sponsor me with product, and I don't see that as encouraging. So sometimes they come themselves that they want to sponsor my event. I ask them, what are you bringing on board? And they tell me products. I just back off.
So you prefer the cash to the product?
Yeah, not only me. I think all event organizers prefer the cash than product because the cash that's what is going to help you to build up the event.
Yes, because you have to do this and a whole lot of things.
Yes, so you need the cash to. So that's also a big challenge that we face.
Okay. So how many pageantries have you held so far?
For now, I think I have 5 pageants. 5 pageants and then 2-hour shows.
2-hour shows
and then 5 pageants.
Okay. Yeah. So it's about your pageant. It's solely girls or it's mixed up? Okay, so
I have four which is solely girls, and then I have one particular. That one is a photo challenge. That one, if everybody can apply for it, whether a girl or a guy.
Okay. So what are the names of the shows in case somebody also wants to participate in any of them?
So I have Miss Ghana.
Okay.
I have Miss Eloquent Ghana.
Okay.
I have Ghana's Top Model.
Okay.
I have the Portrait Shoot Challenge.
Okay.
Did I mention that?
Yes, you did. I think it's the Models Reality Show.
So then I have the Models Reality Show. And then when it comes to the award side, I have the Expo Awards, which is even coming off, I think on 28th of this month.
Oh, okay.
And then I have Accra Music and Fashion Awards.
Okay. So with the Miss Ghana, is it about promoting the culture or you have a different way of it?
I want to promote Ghana as well. So almost all my pageants is being created to promote the Ghanaian culture. So Miss Ghana is one pageant that is solely created to promote everything Ghanaian, from food, clothes, dance, everything Ghanaian. So Miss Ghana is solely to promote Ghana.
Okay, so how do you intend to promote the girls, like those who win and those who don't win as well? How do you promote them? Maybe the shows, events, yes. How do you do that?
About the promotion, before you partake in a contest like that, you have an idea of what you want to do when you win. So that's what we usually call project. You have a project that you want to do. So you make sure that your project that you want to embark on, you are going to promote that project for people to, within that period that you are embarking on that project, people are going to hear of you, way to know you. And as I said earlier, like the event organizers will also be calling you for shows and all these things. Well, I think with that, you'll be promoted and you get the promotion.
Okay, so I've heard that some pageantries, you see, before they bring out the flyer, or let me see, when they bring out the flyer, they have requirements, and then when you win, you have this, they'll give you a cash prize, ambassadorial deals, traveling, and a whole lot of stuff. But when the person contests and wins, the person doesn't get So I want to know if that is true, since you are into that.
Oh, okay. So one thing I always tell contestants who contest for my pageant is, you know, um, pageantry is not all about you having the money to vote or you having the potential or the charisma to contest for the competition. Your attitude is also a factor. You get it? There is a scenario where contestants will win or will have a winner of a contest, and then after the person wins, before the person will win the contest, the person will act good, will show you good characters and all those stuff. So after the person win the contest, and then the person will relax. And with those awards that are attached to you being in the contest, those gifts that you don't give it to you. I mean the cash prize and all those things. It's a 1 year span, because when you win a contest, you are going to be on a contract for 1 year. So I think when the 1 year is over, and then maybe you don't have your cash prize, that's when you can talk about it. But if within that 1 year you are still a queen that 1 year, and you still haven't received your cash prize, that 1 year it's normal. Maybe before you hand over, for me, my pageant, this is how I do it, because I've learned from other pageant organizers, and me myself have experienced some. When they win the pageant, you expect them to push effort and to promote themselves and the brand as well. But then they will go and relax. And
wanting you to promote them and to shoot for them.
They will go and relax. So you that you went to relax, how do you expect? You don't want to promote the brand. How do you expect the brand to get the money to pay for it? Since I told you that I'm the one who sponsor my own event. So when I create a pageant and then you win the pageant, I make sure I use that opportunity, or you're winning, you being the queen, I'll use you to make money to even pay for your cash prize. I'll use one of my pageants, for example, the model reality show. So after the model reality show, to be sincere with you, that program has been one of my worst events that I've ever done, because what I wanted to project, and the event, from the beginning of the event, they were the event that had sponsors coming on board. So I had people who wanted to sponsor the event, but then they also want their names, or they also want their brand to be promoted. So we programmed the event with the people who wanted to sponsor the event. We met and program the event. So along the line, we started the pageant, and then the contestants were giving me headache. This one will say if we wanted to camp them for 1 month, because it's a reality show, so we have to camp them for a longer period, so that along that line we can be promoting the brands that are coming to sponsor us. But the contestants refused. They were complaining, they were giving excuses and complaining. Some are saying I work and all those things, and it affected the contest. So the sponsors had to pull out, because if there is no campaign, how am I going to promote them?
Yes.
I can't just be posting their works on social media. That's not enough. The contestants have to use their products and all those things, so that for them, they wanted to give us products and then cash prize as well, like money as well. So their money was what we were going to use for the cash prize for the pageant, but they pull out. So, and the most annoying part of it is that contest, can you believe that their total vote was 1,500?
Really? The model training to show.
Their total vote was 1,500. And even from that 1,500 cedis, the voting platform takes 25% of that money.
Okay.
So just imagine the income I made from that. And I rented a venue, I rented people who came to work on that day, stage and all those things. All those money were coming from
costume,
everything. And then after that, so I wasn't even bothered because I know that it's a business, and business sometimes you lose and you gain. So I wasn't bothered. So I was trying to give a second chance to make money to pay for their cash price and then all those expenses. But then that one too, I'm not seeing them. They are not really pushing the pageant or the event how they're supposed to do.
They were still relaxed.
Even till now they are relaxed because I decided to do a magazine for them. Okay. And then we are going to premiere the magazine, and then we are going to make cool cash from there so that I can use that money to pay, because the winner and then the runner, they had a pageant that they have to travel outside to go and contest for. But because I have to register, I have to buy the rights for the pageant they are going to contest for. And
what
then,
pageant was that?
For now I'll keep it because I've not, because of what's going on, so I didn't buy. I didn't pay for the license. Okay. So the license was somewhere around 30,000. That was
for each person. Okay. And how many are they? 3 or 2? Okay.
Before their traveling and all those expenses. So and as I said earlier, their events, the income I made from there was 1,500. And even deduction of the 25% for the booking platform. So I decided to do a magazine for them so that we'll premiere the magazine or we'll unveil the magazine, and then we'll make sales, we'll sell the magazine as well, and then the income we'll get from there, I'll use that to push their traveling and all these things. Okay. But with that one too, they are relaxed. So I don't really know how to even go with them again. And I think that was one of the biggest mistakes I did since I started doing it. For me to accept about 7 or 8 contestants from the same agency, modeling agency, that was the biggest mistake I've ever done.
Oh really?
Yeah,
so
because
they were all in the same agency?
Yeah, I think 80% of them were from the same agency. So it's like I don't even know how to even explain that feeling. So it's like they don't really, and it's not like they don't push other stuff. So they push other stuff, but when it comes to the models reality show, I don't know. So they are relaxed. So me too. I've decided that I'll also be relaxed. But it's my brand. If I'm also relaxed, it's going to kill my brand as well. And people outside, they don't know what's really going on inside. So they will think maybe it's the fault of the director, but then the contestants also have a part to play. So that's some of the challenges I'm facing now.
Okay, so Kojo SWAT, could you please tell us about your events night show?
Yeah, so that event is going to be a big event because I told you I was working with people, I was working with friends and learning from them. So I started my own brand, or I registered my brand last year, December 9th. That was when I registered my brand. So this year, last 2 years, December 9th. So last year, December 9th was my 1 year. But then I decided to celebrate it within this year, January, during my event. So I'll be having my 1 year celebration on the same day of the event, the other event night. And then on that same night, I'll be having the Expo Awards. And then on that same night, I'll be having the magazine, the models reality show, the magazine. I'll be having it on the same day. And then I'll be having presentation for the portrait shoot challenge, the winners. I'll be doing presentation for them as well. So it's like a pack of events on the same night. So it's going to be very big. It's on the 28th of June.
Okay, just this month. Please, where's the venue?
Aquadia Hotel. at his level.
Okay, and the time.
6 p.m.
Okay, so everyone needs to be there.
Everyone is invited. But for the award shows and all those stuff, we are selling tickets. But then for the 1 year celebration, it's strictly by invitation. I'll be giving out invites to people.
Okay, so all will be held the same
The
day.
same day, the same time, the same venue.
Okay.
So we have plans on how to schedule everything to be very successful.
Okay. A last question. I want to know where you would like your brand to be in the next maybe 5 or 3 years.
Well, this question, I have people I look up to, and I think my dad is the first person I look up to. Looking at where he started from, and then to the level he has gotten to now, I think he has done so well for him to be my role model. So in the next 3 years or 5 years, I want to be rubbing shoulders with the Miss Malika, the Ghana Beautiful. That's the level I want to get to.
On this note, this brings us to the end of our discussion with Kojo SWAT. Thank you guys for having us, and have a nice day.